Welcome, Doug. We are so excited to have you here. So how long have you been helping companies with their digital transformations?
Well, I've been involved in this for about 13 years. I started out on teams where I was actually the one being transformed and have worked through this process of being on Agile teams, leading large Agile transformations, and now trying to help organizations understand the value of that.
So you have recently written in Information Week about companies doing Agile as opposed to being Agile. What does that mean?
We see far too many companies that really don't want to change. They change the words that they're using, they change the ceremonies that they perform, but they don't really adopt the tenets of agility that actually matter. They aren't aligned, they don't practice autonomy, and they really don't trust each other. Those are the things that we see organizations that are successful doing. They become agile. The other people just do it as a practice.
And I have heard you call this modern business management. Mm-hmm. Modern business management, what does that mean for a business?
Well, it's the idea that Agile by itself is not really enough. It's the idea of having a single source of truth, of being able to pull all the information for the things you're doing in a new way, Agile, lean, whatever buzzword you want to use for that, but also all of the traditional things you're doing. Getting that all in one place, being able to pull metrics, being able to create reports, being able to understand where every dollar that you spend in development goes, and having that at your fingertips in real time, instead of it being a large effort every time you want to pull that information forward.
And Doug, I've heard you talk about this as a journey. How important is data in this journey?
Well, the more that we spend talking about this, the more that I believe that the data really is the key piece. We see far too many organizations that buy into the idea of Agile teams. They have feral Agile teams that are sort of building things. And each one of those teams has their own data. But there's no way to roll that data up. It's garbage data. And taking garbage data and putting it into big piles isn't creating a solution. They're creating a landfill. The data really is the way to decide if this is working. It's the way to decide if the transformation is making things better. And it really comes down to the idea of objective decision making versus subjective. When I see clients for the first time, usually I ask them about their Agile transformation. And they say things like, gee, it seems great. It feels like we're working on the right things. We should have done this a long time ago. It turns out that nobody cares how they feel. They want to know. And having the data so that they can know that since they've done this transformation, their teams have become 25% more productive. They've become more responsive. Their quality is improved. Those kind of things are the actual metrics that let you know that transformation is, in fact, working.
And I hear you have a book coming out. Do you want to tell us about it?
I do. So Lorene Knudsen and I have put a book together, and it's about that idea of it's not just Agile, it's not just the processes, it's not just the ceremonies, it's actually becoming a different kind of organization. And the book talks about that journey, and it talks about some of the things that people do that perhaps don't work and why they don't work. And it's been an interesting experience to write with Lorene. She's one of the smartest people that I know. And putting that together has been a great deal of fun. I hope people enjoy it.
So I think between the both of you, how many companies have you worked with over the years?
So I know that she's been a Rally customer 4 times before coming to work for CA.
Okay.
And I led transformation for a number of large organizations as well. So 8 maybe.
Wow. Any advice you'd like to give to our viewers out there about business agility or modern business management?
I think it goes back to the question you asked earlier. Don't try to do Agile. Don't invest in ceremonies and frameworks and things that you believe are going to force you to be a particular way. Align your people. Align what they're building and why it's important. Give them autonomy to make decisions. Don't force them into a one-size-fits-all kind of answer. And develop the culture of trust within your organization. The organization understanding that the developers are building things in the best way and the business is picking the right things to build. That agreement and that understanding and that trust is the thing that we see actually changes an organization. It's not Agile, it's not a framework, it's not a ceremony, it's not the 15-minute stand-ups that really take 2 hours. It's the idea that people are actually communicating with each other, they're talking, they trust one another, and they're building things that matter so that their customers can use them.
Great.
Be agile.
Be agile. I love
Absolutely.
it. So we should all be agile.
Absolutely.
Yeah, every day. Thank you so much, Doug.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time today.